Hi, my name is Mateo Chavez Lewis, and welcome back to
Music Theater Theory.
Today's episode of Music Theater Theory is all about Tick, Tick, Boom, the new Netflix movie which premiered a few weeks ago. It stars Andrew Garfield and was directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. So pretty exciting because Andrew Garfield has never done a musical before, Lin-Manuel Miranda's never directed before, he's only written and performed. But they both, I think, did a really incredible job in these new positions. And it's a fantastic movie. And I'm going to talk about one of the moments from the movie that touched everyone the most. Tick, Tick, Boom was written by Jonathan Larson, who would go on to write Rent. It was originally conceived as a one-man show just for Jonathan at the piano with a rock band, and it was called 3090 for a while, then he changed the title to Boho Days, and finally he settled on Tick, Tick, Boom. And it tells the true story of Jonathan's experiences workshopping his first kind of minorly successful musical, Superbia. He had spent a long time working on this. 8 years he spent working on this musical, Superbia. He was convinced this musical would take the world by storm. He worked on it for 8 years, obsessively, nonstop. It was a futuristic rock retelling of George Orwell's book 1984. And it got a bunch of grants and won some awards, and so they put on a workshop of it for some producers, and then none of the producers decided to produce it. So he kind of felt like he had failed and that he would never be successful as a writer. And at the same time, he's got this feeling that there's only so much time to spend, you know, he's running out of time, and there's this clock constantly ticking. And it's really kind of spooky that he wrote that before his death. He very famously died of an undiagnosed aortic dissection the night before Rent, his magnum opus, had its first public preview performance off Broadway. So he never got to see how successful his project had become. So this show tells the story of Superbia, which came before Rent. And it's kind of really cool to see him be so honest about his life and about even the parts of himself that are kind of the uglier parts of himself, you know, the parts of himself that he's not super proud of. He's very honest about that, and I think that vulnerability is extremely powerful and very brave on Jonathan's part. He wrote it originally as this rock monologue. It featured some songs from Superbia so that he could share those songs with the world, like Come to Your Senses, this song that Susan sings near the end of the show was actually originally written for Superbia. But then after his death, the playwright David Auburn and the music director Stephen Oramus took the material from the one-man show, the rock monologue, as Jonathan called it, and turned it into a full-length 3-person musical that premiered off-Broadway in 2001. And then now it is a musical with a screenplay by Stephen Levinson, who wrote the book to Dear Evan Hansen. So the song I'm going to be looking at today is called Why. And I'll tell you why it's called that at the end of this video, because I've got some hypotheses as to why that was the title Jonathan gave this song, because he doesn't say why at any point in the song. I mean, he says the letter Y, referring to the YMCA, but that doesn't count. He never says the word why, W-H-Y, question mark, at any moment in this song. So why is the song called that? Well, you have to watch to the end of the video to find out. It comes near the end of the show. Jonathan has just found out that his musical Superbia is not going to be produced. And he's also just found out that his best friend since he was a kid, Michael, has been diagnosed HIV positive, which in 1990, when this show is set, was a death sentence. And so it's a very all is lost moment for Jonathan. He found out his best friend is dying, and he found out that his life's work is never going to be produced and never going to be seen. So he sits down at the piano, and this is what he sings. When I was 9, Michael and I entered a talent show down at the Y. 9 a.m. went to rehearse by some stairs. Mike couldn't sing, but I said, no one cares. We sang Yellow Bird and Let's Go Fly a Kite. Over and over and over till we got it right. So the first thing I'm noticing about this song as I look at the sheet music is that the key keeps changing in this circle of fourths kind of way. So it goes from B flat to E flat to A flat. Which is following the circle of fourths, so B flat, E flat, A flat. So it kind of keeps going, and it doesn't look like it's ever going to come to an end. It just looks like it's going to keep building on itself. Like you kind of expect it to go forever and ever, you know? So it doesn't look like it's leading to any sort of conclusion, which really kind of mirrors Jonathan's emotional state. He doesn't know that he's ever going to find the answer. The other thing that I love is this, I call it word painting, when a composer writes music that paints the images that the lyrics are saying. And so, for example, this section here. Over and over and over till we got it right. That is a really clever musical trick there. Because the words he's saying is we keep doing it until we get it right. And on that word right, he lands on this chord, which is the B flat over A flat, and we're in the key of A flat. So he's singing this D natural, which is a tritone away from A flat, which is kind of the nastiest interval. Like it's famously just the most gross sounding interval. So it's kind of halfway between a perfect fourth, which is nice, and a perfect fifth, which is also nice, but then it's like, it's this very kind of sketchy, dramatic chord. So it sounds like a wrong note. And then it resolves to the right note. He finds the fifth. He goes, right, oh, it's a weird, crunchy tritone, it's the wrong note. And then he resolves to right, which is a very normal and consonant and beautiful note. So he gives us this feeling of, we don't have it yet, we don't have it. Oh my God, there, we got it right. Which I think is really clever. When we emerged from the YMCA, 9 o'clock sun had made the grass hay. And now we're back to E flat. I thought, hey, what a way to spend a day. Hey, what a way to spend a day. I make a vow. That's the first time we're getting any chords other than just like plain major chords. So far it's all just been B flat major or A flat major. But now we're getting a C minor. So it's the first time that things are kind of getting serious. It's not just reminiscing anymore about, oh, when we were young, Michael and I did this. It's remembering a very serious moment in his life. I make a vow right here and now, I'm gonna spend my time this way. And back to B flat major. I was 16, Michael and I got parts in West Side at White Plains High. 3 o'clock went to rehearse in the gym. Mike played Doc, who didn't sing. Fine with him, we sang. So here he actually borrows the melody from these songs in West Side Story. Got a rocket in your pocket and the Jets are gonna have their day tonight. Over and over and over, here it comes again, till we got it right. When we emerged, wiped out by that play, 9 o'clock stars. So notice, the first verse, when we emerged from the YMCA, 3 o'clock sun had made the grass hay, 3 o'clock. Then the start of the second verse is 3 o'clock we went to rehearse. Now this one ends at 9 o'clock stars and moon lit the way. And then the next verse, spoiler alert, is going to start with 9 o'clock. So he's kind of comparing his whole life to this cycle of a day, which makes it super powerful when he says, hey, what a way to spend a day in the chorus. So that's something very interesting that I like about the lyrics. 9 o'clock stars and moonlit the way. I thought, hey, what a way to spend a day. Hey, what a way to spend a day. I made a vow. I wonder now, am I cut out to spend my time this way? And now we're going to go into the bridge. So we've got the verse 1, verse 2, A section, now you go to B section, and then we're going to come back to the A section afterwards. And now this B section is in a minor key. We've got mostly major chords so far, except for that one, I made a vow, which we pointed out before. But now we've got a whole bridge section that's all in a minor key, so it's getting very serious now. With only so much time to spend. So there we have a really weird chord, which is this G major chord over C major in the key of C minor. So it's very clashy. Where we were getting resonant, consonant, major chords before, now we're getting minor chords and super clashy chords with weird bass notes. So this happy, floaty, nostalgic feeling has turned into something very real and very serious in the present moment. With only so much time to spend, don't wanna waste the time I'm given. Have it all, play the game some recommend. I'm afraid it just may be time to give in. And now back to a major key. I'm 29, Michael and I live on the west side of Soho, NY. 9 a.m. I write a lyric or two. Mike sings his song now on Mad Avenue. I sing. And here we return to the song that was written for Superbia that then made its way into Tick Tick Boom, and in this show plays the role of the song that John's friends are kind of singing at him, and he's hearing their voices in his head. Come to your senses, defenses are not the way to go. Over and over and over till I get it right. When I emerge from B minor or A, 5 o'clock diner calls, I'm on my way. I think, hey, what a way to spend a day. Hey, what a way to spend a day. I make a vow. So again, we've got this idea of what a way to spend a day, but that also means what a way to spend a life. And here he renews his vow that he made when he was a little kid. I make a vow right here and now. I think that is one of the most brilliant things in songwriting ever. Usually, on the last chorus, in order to make it triumphant and make it more exciting and more dramatic, a composer will write the last chorus up a tone or something, so that we change keys and we're now singing higher. The classic example is like, on the outside, always looking in, becomes, on the outside, always looking in, for the last chorus. But here, I mean, yes, we're in a higher key, but instead of having a higher note, he actually has a lower note here. Instead of going, what is the same melody from before, right here and now. Instead of doing that, it goes, right here and now, this way lower note, and it's this flat third too, so the fact that it's lower than the note you expect to hear, and also the fact that it's a flat note in the scale, it's not the major note, it's lower. Both of those facts make this decision that John has arrived at feel very final and feel very grounded. Right here and now, instead of as floaty and ethereal and up in the air as it was before. He's making this decision for real this time, and grounding himself in his decision. And it's a really, really clever, creative, unexpected twist of songwriting that makes this moment so powerful for me. The first time I heard this, I just broke down. I couldn't keep it together. Right here and now, I'm gonna spend my time this way. I'm gonna spend my time this way. And so it's after this failure and after this tragedy in his life, he's making a commitment to his art form, but also to his friends. That's the thing, is the whole time throughout the show, John kind of neglects his relationships and his friendships in favor of creating this brilliant art. And in this song, he discovers the way he wants to spend his time is making art, but making art with his friends, and making art with the people he loves and the people who are close to him, and appreciating those people. And that's the best way to spend a day. Now for the moment you're all waiting for, I think, this is my hypothesis, that this song is called Why? Because the next song, Louder Than Words, where he kind of sings about the reason that we choose love over fear, and the reason that we choose art and creation, and it's the finale of the show. That song, all the verses are structured like, why do we play with fire? Why do we leave our hand on the flame? That kind of thing. And so this song is the reason that we do those things. This is why. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to be taking a break from the channel in the next couple weeks because I am in rehearsals and performances for Forever Plaid at the Falls View Casino in Niagara. If you're around the Niagara Falls area and you want to come check it out, I'll put a link to the tickets in the description. It's going to be a great show. I'm really excited about it, and I will get right back to posting these videos every Saturday as soon as I'm done. So it'll probably be 3 weeks that I'll be taking off, and then I'll come back on January the 8th. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you share and comment below what your favorite song from Tick Tick Boom is, and I will see you all in the next video. Once again, I'm Mateo Chavez Lewis, and this has been
Music Theater Theory. Oh.